Track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is August 18th, 2023. And if you're still in crypto today, congratulations. If you're still exposed to the cryptocurrency markets in any way on spot or leverage, congratulations. That is what I consider making it, right? Going through the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, right? It's not always timing the market, but time in the market, all right? So there's a very high probability that this last move that we just got, this 14% flash crash that we just got in Bitcoin yesterday, may have been our capitulative move. What does that mean? Capitulation is your final move of a corrective pattern, okay? So here on the Bitcoin chart, we have the daily time frame showing us this may have been an ABC correction right here, okay? Very likely, right? We're dealing with a move that's largely, impulsive, right? And here, instead of, you do get an ABC correction here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. But here, it's a little more elaborate, right? It's a little more drawn out. So you can see 1, 2, 3. And basic Elliott wave theory, your C wave, the final capitulative wave of your ABC flat correction, right? Okay, this is always going to be impulsive, right? It's always going to be pure impulse. And so what defines pure impulse? Pure impulse is when it moves quickly and it doesn't correct as it's moving. It's just go, 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 right, in the direction of the move. So this is why we went down 14% so quickly. And where did we go down to? We went down to a long-standing support, a 460-day support, okay? Right here. As you can see, this is the support level that we came down to. So it's very likely, this is what I'm saying, it's all probabilistic. Last show I was saying this falling wedge, right, is likely to break up, right? Because falling wedges probabilistically break up more often than they break out. Or sorry, break up more often than they break down, okay? But this broke down, all right? Was, one could argue it wasn't a perfect falling wedge, but it looked clean enough to me, and it broke down. I didn't foresee that, but this is what I'm saying. Technical analysis is all probabilistic, right? This was, now we can say, more likely than not, a distributive pattern, a B wave of sorts, right? At the top of this, right? If this is your A, this is your B, this is a B pattern or a sort of distributive move getting into that C wave, right? So this is what I'm looking at. This is why I believe that we are at support. And also look at the characteristic, the quality of the bounce. The bounce was pretty pronounced, okay? The bounce off of the support level tends to show you what is likely happening, okay? And some will say, well, Dean, given that we moved so quickly and so far, right? 14% is, I guess it's not that much, but in context of what we've been doing in these markets, right? Pretty much going sideways and down and not really having any volatility for 50 plus days, 14% is massive. Yeah, but in the larger scheme of things, 14% in Bitcoin isn't the biggest move. Also, you're not making a lower low. It's very important, right? You're coming back to a support level that you previously held. And having done so, especially in this pattern, it's more likely than not that this represents a veritable support, right? That you've had, this was resistance here for so long. This was support here for quite a long time, not as long as this was resistance. So it's very, very, very likely that this line holds. If this line holds and this bounce is true, then this may be the move we see Bitcoin finally target that 40K move. Yesterday, or wasn't yesterday, 2 days ago, last I did a video, the slogan was 40% to 40K. This time the slogan is 60% to 40K, because we moved approximately 20% to the downside. Okay, so that's my overall take on Bitcoin's price action. And again, it's not just one data point, right? There's a lot of things that goes into, I think, sound analysis. And once again, I have to look at the US dollar currency index. The US dollar currency index, as we know, is inversely correlated to risk on assets in Bitcoin. And the US dollar currency index is still overbought. It's still showing us exhaustion at the top of this channel, this 160 plus day channel. It's at resistance, and it's been at resistance. The momentum indicators are overbought, right? Everything that I've said previously stands true on the US dollar currency index. Although the DXY hasn't moved much, Bitcoin has been, a little more volatile, and that's okay. So have altcoins. This doesn't change my overall trading thesis. My overall trading thesis is that we are about to make a large move up. I know 14% seems like the biggest move down, but understand, if we do move up, the target is 40K, at least the initial target is, and that's a 60% move. So that makes that 14% not as significant. Do you see what I mean? Like, in context of what we're about to do, this corrective capitulative move is not as significant, because the context of this corrective capitulative move is in the context of a larger corrective wave. We're looking at a purely impulsive move, right? This is what we want to trade, not these little corrections that are corrective in nature, right? We're looking for impulsive moves. That's where you really make your hay, so to speak. Anyways, back to the DXY. I'm still seeing this as resistance. I'm still seeing the DXY as looking for a move down. And I'm still seeing the DXY as being in a massive distributive channel, just kind of like what we said about Bitcoin. Oh, actually, this is even worse, because Bitcoin was a falling wedge. Falling wedges tend to break up, but they can also break down, right? All these patterns can do both. This is a rising wedge. It tends to break down. And not only that, it's a rising wedge at 156-day resistance, right? So everything is telling me, right, the momentum indicators, all that stuff is telling me that this DXY is coming down. And if it does come down, that's our rally, okay? That's our rally. But again, a lot of trading is resilience. A lot of trading is risk management and being able to withstand these storms, these moves up and down that are sometimes unexpected. And this was unexpected. And let's get to altcoins for a second, because a lot of people trade altcoins. And what do you see in altcoins? It's the same thing, okay? So you had this falling wedge that I thought, let me speak for myself, was going to break up, right? And it started to break up, and then it did a swing failure pattern, which I said I don't think is going to happen, but did. Okay, so that again here proves to be not as bad as we initially thought, right? Or some may have initially thought, because if you look at it, you can see that you've fallen on a really strong level of support. In this case, for altcoins just bounce off of a 218-day support. As you can see, you have this move up, and every single time you came down to this level of support, you bounced off of it. And the bounce is real. Right here, you can see it's a very strong bounce. You're almost back to the apex of the descending wedge. Okay, so what we're looking for in a larger bullish move is obviously a break up and through the previous resistance. Okay, and the previous resistance is the base of this falling wedge. Let's redraw that. One more time. There we go. So we want to confirm a bullish impulse as a move up and through the resistance, the previous support, which turned into resistance, right? We want to break the previous support of the falling wedge, which has now turned into resistance. We want to break that and then move on, okay? And so altcoins are kind of in the same, they're in the same pot as Bitcoin in that they broke down from a falling wedge, but they bounced off a crucial high time frame support, and the target is still up here. Although now they have a little more to travel. So instead of the previous percentage move, now it looks like 100% on average is what the altcoin should be doing in a rally to the upside before any kind of correction to the downside. And if we did rally, right, it would be a move that looked something like this, all the way up to this target. And what do you see? This is actually really, really, really compelling. Why? Look, I just did this for the first time here. I didn't I didn't prepare. I don't prepare for these shows, by the way. I'm always doing analysis. I've been doing analysis every day, whether I publish or not, for years. So the preparation is just in the fact that I'm always paying attention. But here, if we did get a move, the retest would be a perfect phi ratio retest. And that retest would be retesting this long-standing resistance of over a year that altcoins have had, right? Look, this is a 450-day resistance that would be retested as support. I really like that read, okay? Understand that if we did break out from here, we would have to, by hook or by crook, retest this 450-day resistance as support, right? Okay, so that's like basic trading 101. It doesn't matter what school of analysis you're looking at. Staunch resistance has to be retested as support and vice versa. But in terms of Elliott wave theory, a little bit more sort of getting a little bit more specific about the nature of this retest. If indeed our impulsive price action started here, we would get an impulsive move, and impulsive moves are characterized by retests of a maximum of 0.618 of the preceding impulse. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. The worst kind of correction that you can get in a truly impulsive move is a 618 retest, and which is what you get in a wave 2 correction. So if this was a wave 1, Elliott wave 1, this would be Elliott wave 2. And again, you could see the maximum retest at the 0.618 level, which would take you to the neckline of that 450-day accumulation, bear market accumulation channel. So everything about this read and that breakout target is sort of, they coincide. There's confluence in that read. So I really like this read. Again, my targets haven't changed to the upside. Even though I did not foresee this breaking down, my overall trading thesis is not changed. And I actually still think we can have a bullish week. Okay, we still have obviously today to trade, but we can also get a weekend move, my friends. So if you're still in Bitcoin, I'll repeat, if you're still in altcoins, if you're still in crypto writ large at this moment in time, congratulations, you've done something right. Okay, so that's it for me. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Like, share, and subscribe. As always, I will see you.